Let's do it.
Mushroom duck salad, charred eggplant, and cilantro. Thank you.
Literally just got in and walked around everything. I'm trying to like, make sure I got activated and everything. Let's go with you, man. I've been looking for you. Sorry, I literally just got in. I'm a one-man show right now because my partner, Chris, the CEO and everything, he's down in Atlanta doing the Dogs and Drags that's going on right now. So we literally are doing so it was like, okay, you staying here. And I'm gonna go take my ass at the business. But I got a new partner because I don't know this dude over here. This dude got the suns out, guns out going on. And you got the taco meat. That's my boy Dave Grace. Say what up to the people. It's all flash.
We are the Brewing Company here. If you're looking for us, you can find us at Fresh Fest 2019. You can also find us on epicastnetwork.com/partnerspod. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Lipsyn, Google Play, and Spotify under Drinking Partners. You can find us on IG, Twitter, and Facebook at Partnerspod.
Beer Cup in South Africa several weeks ago, and even that room didn't look like this. So, I am 400 years old. I have always been here like Brett. I have crossed oceans of time to be with you.
That was the idea of American capitalism. We will wipe your mind, and we will replace the things that you knew with everything, with all this garbage, and we will feed it to you every day until you believe it.
This is a beautiful occasion for me, because I've been in this game for 30 years. I've never ever seen a room like this.
We've been told as black people that we shouldn't ask for help. We've been pounded like, oh, you welfare mom, oh, don't ask for hand. That's how all white people start out. Like, they start out with handouts. They're born and they come out and they ask for help. They get loans, they get inheritances. And we don't have those same advantages. If you see a successful brother and you go, hey, you're successful, can you help me out? It's frowned upon in our culture. It's not in the white culture. The white people see successful people, they're like, yo, how can I get some of that? Yo, you owe me some of that.
So like we came out the mud to get it, now you do it the same way.
Yeah, you got to do it the same way.
9% Belgian Strong Golden. It was the first beer that we ever did, which was this is 9%. The process of re-fermentation in the bottle, so that beer goes to the bottle completely flat and gains all of its carbonation completely through the secondary fermentation. Now here is a good example, though, of health, not maybe within our community, but at the brewery. Nobody in the United States knew how to do this. There were people who said that they did, but I looked into what they were doing, they did. A lot of the Belgian breweries that said they were doing it weren't doing it. Found a guy working at a brewery in Belgium, St. Bernardus. He was in between jobs. I said, "Can you come to New York City and teach us?" Changed everything that we were going to do. And when he came in, I said, "Okay, I'm brewmaster. I'm in charge of this place. But for the next 3 days, Bert is brewmaster." I didn't make this up. somebody taught me.
So you were given keys, so you give keys.
Exactly that.
And it's important, even at his level, being able to humble himself and be like, yo, I can learn something.
I don't know if he humbled himself. He said www.getyourbeerright.com. So is that why it's bubbling like that for the
Yeah, it has a higher level of carbonation. It's about more than half again as your standard beer. So, that's at about 4 volumes of CO2, where your average is 2.6, 2.7. And you really get that from that secondary fermentation in the bottle.
At what level of ADD do you have to tell me before I learn? Surprise me with a
I would say above 7, you should tell somebody something.
And you said,
Yeah.
I'm like,
If you had been drinking this glass, I would have told you earlier. But I figured everybody's had these little glasses, so there's only so much trouble you can get yourself in, unless you had 5 of them, in which case you're an asshole. Because you can holler at yourself, and now you're gonna fall down the stairs. That's your own damn fault. That's not my fault.
how do you as a brewer hide the ABV? How do you brew a beer that is high ABV but isn't all boozy? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I remember, I would say like when I first got into it 5-6 years ago, started drinking like a 9. When you tasted it, you felt all of that 9. And it feels like brewers are starting to get better at hiding that. Like I've had 10 and 11% beers that drink like 6 and 7.
It's partly the way you do your fermentation. The way you're doing your fermentation is going to give off those higher alcohols that signify, heat and give you that kind of flashiness that you would otherwise get. Bottle conditioning does that. Age will help. Barrel conditioning can help with that. But a lot of it is technique, and we're getting, as brewers in the United States, better and better and better at doing these things, so that in this particular beer, that residual sweetness that you might feel that you taste is actually alcohol. Alcohol tastes sweet. This is notably drier than Brooklyn Lager, but it tastes sweeter because the alcohol tastes sweet, and that becomes part of the flavor profile. What I always want to see is structure, balance, and elegance. I feel strongly, we have to feel lucky that people are willing to give us money for something that we enjoy doing. Get it right today for this person who spent money that they worked a job at to make that money. That's who you're working for. And that's super important. If my name is on the box or my signature's on there, that represents a promise. Now you gotta keep it.
How do you decide on which research and development beer to put out in the market?
That's a really good question. We do all kinds of research and development beers. Some of them are what we call the ghost bottles, which are all the things that we make that we don't actually sell, and some of them are too small or whatever else, or too difficult to do on a commercial basis. But recently we started doing some stuff with Pierre Chiem, the Senegalese chef, for example. And in that case, I was looking at that as an African grain, etc. He's looking to pay really good prices back to indigenous farmers throughout Central Africa. This is a grain that thousands of years ago was widely used for brewing. It happens to make some great flavors, and I'm looking at, can we reach different communities? Can we do something for farmers? Can we put our money where our mouth is and make a beer that is delicious and show out by saying, I know you've never heard of this before, but now here it is.
Strategy is to reach out to some people of color and say, hey, let's get into some of these breweries, because I think part of it is they just don't know. And I'm looking for maybe your advice sometimes and going back and saying, hey, we can do this, that, or the other to get some of our people to experience this, if they don't know anything about it. What do you say about that?
Well, I think that you guys are actually doing it. I'm learning here today things from you about how to do that myself, because being here for 30 years, I am personally insulated from a lot of the things that you might deal with. People just won't do that with me anymore, so I got the shields up. And you gotta realize that not everybody had these advantages. They may be intimidated by a situation, they might be intimidated by me. They might look at the room and look in there and say, well, those don't look like my people. And so go into where people actually are, or the things that they're interested in. And that we were all supposed to be in the same damn room in the first place, having a good time. Trying to make it happen. So no matter what your background is, if you're here, you're one of us. And that is the most important thing, that we all have a good time together.